Oh, wait. Boop. Okay.
What?
It was the other way.
It was facing you?
It was facing me.
Didn't we?
I think
Are we
we're
live? Weren't we able to see ourselves last time?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I look terrible.
No, you don't.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Oh, no.
Hi. Welcome. Oh, are we ready? I mean, we're live, so we have to be, but you can keep fixing it.
Hi.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to MovieBitches, live from Sundance.
Yes.
Yay.
We were going to show you some snow, but it was freezing outside. So we didn't.
Yeah, it's 26 degrees, and we're like, I don't think that would be pleasant. So we're inside on this couch.
You'd be a little
in my
popsicles.
onesie. Oh my god, I'd be freezing.
Oh, here's some comments.
Yeah.
Good, people are here. Love
Yay.
from Berlin. Hi.
Ooh, I'm going there soon
Oh, yeah.
for the film
Oh,
festival.
that'd be fun.
Berlinale. Where
Oh, right.
one of the actors from a movie that we saw
Yes.
is going to be the shooting star.
That's true.
We found out. He was great.
He was great.
So he is the actor from a movie called And Then We Danced, which is a gay, would you call it a romance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Romance / coming out story.
A romance drama.
Yeah. Oh my god, what is this mother-baby kink going on? It's
Oh.
like you're like, and I'm just like, oh, hi.
Okay, yeah. I see it.
Oh my
I need
gosh.
a little collar. I need like a little leash for you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, but that's not really baby. That's not like mother-baby kink. That would be like dog. Pet.
Sure.
Anyway, why are we talking about this? Let's talk about Sundance. Oh my god, we have Texas, Stockholm, more Berlinale, love from Brazil,
Ooh.
Aunt Martha is here.
Love from South Africa. This is amazing.
Yes, we're just gonna sit here and read the comments.
Just go. Ooh. Okay, so anyway.
Ooh, a
we
baby
should-
Bjorn, that would be good. You
Yeah.
could have me in a baby Bjorn. I mean,
those
you
Halloween
would,
costumes where like your legs.
Yes,
It looks like
yeah,
you're on
yeah.
the babies on your back or whatever.
yeah. Ooh, in Greece and Denmark, my goodness.
Holy shit.
Ooh, and we have a new patron. There is something that's coming out. I'm glad that you asked. We recorded while we were here a live reaction to the season 12 RuPaul's Drag Race announcement, as well
Meet
as
the Queens.
the viewing party of the Meet the Queens. Thanks for cutting me off and cutting to the chase.
There were so many
San
There
Francisco.
was so many different content from the things.
I know.
I was confused as to what you were talking about.
I was separating them because the viewing party is going to be Patreon exclusive
Ooh.
of the Meet the Queen videos.
Yes.
But the 12-minute promo video with the runways and the American Gladiator, Big Brother, 1984,
Yeah.
Dragula.
That'll be out on YouTube.
That'll be on YouTube. We also actually just filmed a viewing party last night as well. Apparently we didn't have enough movies, so we watched a movie last night. I'm not going to tell you which one. You're just going to have to check it out on Patreon.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It'll be fun and silly. So, EDM concerts have pacifiers?
Because you're a little baby.
Hey.
Why not you?
Oh, well, right, I understand that, but why
Oh.
do people at EDM concerts have pacifiers? Is it because of the drugs?
Probably.
I think like ring pops,
Does it
maybe.
Molly make you like clench?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know from experience, but I've heard. Anyway, we should
yeah.
talk about the movies that we saw. So yes, and then we danced.
Yes.
A Georgian. I mean, all we read about was that it was a gay romance about dancers.
Yep.
Dancing together.
Yeah, and maybe their love is forbidden because it might ruin their dancing careers.
Right. And it takes place in Georgia, the country.
Yes, the country, not the state.
Not the state.
Where, like, it was really interesting because they were saying that it was inspired by in 2012 or something like that, Georgia tried to have a gay pride parade and they were entirely outnumbered by protesters, which was very sad and tragic and kind of ugly.
Horrible.
And so he wanted to create a film to show the beauty of love and like in Georgian culture, etc. Like that people can still exist. I mean, that sounds weird, but like it was like you know them and you love them. They're your children. You just don't know it.
Right.
Idea. And I thought it was very successful at that.
I really, and I thought the lead was amazing.
Yeah.
He had such an expressive face.
Yes, he was really great.
I mean, he is a dancer.
He was a dancer.
But not all dancers can act.
She's a dancer.
A dancer!
No, well, that's a whole different story.
And he's a much better dancer than Nelson was.
Yes.
And a much better actor.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yes.
I said it.
So I'm just gonna read these real quick. Boop, boop, boop.
From New Zealand!
Hi.
That's awesome.
We have not seen Promising Young Woman, although I did hear about it, and I heard that it was good and kind of wacky.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm excited to. We just could only, we saw like 13 or 14 movies.
I think I ended up seeing 12.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I saw a couple more than you,
Yeah,
so there you
yeah.
go, nailed it. Boop, beep, boop, 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 beep, doop. The best at St. Bernadette's. Oh my gosh.
What else should we talk about? What we saw?
Oh, good question.
Well, we should talk about the ones we didn't talk about in the podcast that's coming out, right?
Absolutely. So we did, look at you with these lead-ins, love it. So we recorded
just
a
looking at my
podcast.
notes. Don't worry about it.
Make sure to follow our Instagram and our Twitter.
Yes.
Because we posted a bunch of like little clips and fun things.
And we did a
have
scavenger hunt.
We did a scavenger hunt, which was really fun. One of our fans found a tape of Fargo that we buried in the snow. We had a lot of fun doing that.
Betcha.
You betcha. Oh, you betcha, yeah. So that was silly. We have a couple more video clips and stuff that we'll post, but we did a podcast again, and we will be posting that as soon as we can, and hopefully before next year.
Oh, ideally, yes, before next year. We got a little behind.
You know what happens.
We're working it out.
Yeah, it's like All Stars 4 all over again.
And-
We're editing it a year
Which,
later.
by the way, the
Uh-huh.
finale is
Oh.
coming out today.
Right after this. But yes, so we talked about a bunch of movies, but then we saw a couple more.
Yes.
So I want to talk about Dream Horse first.
Okay.
So we saw one called Dream Horse featuring Toni Collette, based on a true story.
Was that it was Toni Collette, and we said yes.
Yes.
And then I read the description, and I realized I had actually seen the documentary this is based on, which is, funnily enough, called Dark Horse.
Oh, because it's the
Do you mean,
they were
Dark Horse?
They were the dark horse of the
They were the
competition.
Dark Horse of the competition.
Yeah.
Dream Horse, continue, sorry.
So Dream Horse is a true story about a group of local Welsh.
Yes.
Welshians? Just Welsh.
People from Wales.
You guys tell us.
Wales and Welsh.
Wales,
They're
okay,
Welsh.
great, they're Welsh. And Toni Collette decides, I mean, obviously it's not her, but her character decides, well, I don't know, is she Welsh? I don't know, no, she's Australian.
What's happening?
I'm okay.
Toni Collette decides that she's going to breed a racehorse,
Yeah.
and it's going to give hope to herself and
Well, with
her
like a
husband,
collective. They had
and
to,
then a syndicate.
a syndicate. They had to get a group of people together to all pitch in 10 pounds a week
Yes,
to pay for the horse and to raise it and whatever.
exactly.
And it's really cute. It's like nothing groundbreaking.
No, it's not breaking any molds.
No.
But oh boy, did I cry and laugh and
Yeah.
cheer and
Yeah.
it was like so just like a hug.
Yes.
It's like oh.
Yeah.
oh.
Yes, it was. It was
So
a warm
lovely.
Welsh hug.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
It was very Welsh pride. Like I definitely.
Oh, it was.
That if not the director, like the production, like they had a lot of like specific Welsh things that while I didn't know, I could like appreciate and be like, oh, yay for Wales.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like,
Yes. You sing
must,
that
You must
anthem.
love this anthem. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know it. But
Yeah,
you just love it. It's so great.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes. But I mean, yeah, it's not breaking any molds, but it's a mold that I honestly love.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, the amount of notes April can write in such a short space of time amazes me. Oh.
Oh well, this is from like 12 movies.
But also, the notes from April for Dream Horse were, I mean, you want to read them?
Okay, these are my notes from Dream Horse. Get excited. It was a documentary first. Toni Collette, yes! And then, come on, my boy. Which is what she kept saying.
She kept saying,
when
come on,
the
my
horse
boy.
was running.
Come on, my boy.
Come on.
It was great. I want a GIF of it. I don't know if the GIF,
It'll be a good
we'd have to pick,
audio.
yeah, the audio was really what made it,
It
but
was
I
quite
think,
good.
I think we could find the right one where she goes, come on, my boy. It was good.
That's the extent of my notes.
Yeah, so, you know. We did not see Zola. I tried to, and I didn't get in because I didn't have a ticket for that one. But I heard mixed reviews. There was apparently a lot of concern about agency and consent.
Oh.
But then I also read some things that talked about like overall how she kind of reclaims her agency
By the end.
by telling her own story and making it so like
that's the one that's based on a Twitter
the Twitter thread.
Great.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think I'd have to see it for myself to decide, but I will like to. Yes.
Yes.
Someone asked what our favorite has been so far, and I know mine.
Yes. And I'm not in disagreement with you.
Okay, so mine is The Glorias,
Yes.
which is a Julie Taymor movie. We were also like, Julie Taymor, yes, we're in. I'll watch it. And then we're like, oh, it's a Gloria Steinem? Yes, I'm in.
Yeah.
And it's featuring Julianne Moore? Yes, I'm in.
Yes.
So for all of those reasons, I was in.
And for me, Timothy Hutton was also there. It was exciting.
Sure.
I love him.
But so it follows. It's just a biopic about Gloria Steinem.
It's not just a biopic.
It is.
No, but I mean, it's so much more.
Oh, it's so much more because it's Julie
It's
Taymor and there's the subject matter and it's inspiring. It's like honestly one of the most inspiring movies I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it did an interesting take on breaking the mold of a traditional biopic.
Absolutely.
And getting really creative with it and making it accessible.
It really, really, really made me wish that she had directed Rockman.
With all that money behind her.
Oh
and
my
the
god.
songs.
Oh my god. Oh, it would have gotten so weird.
She should direct the David Bowie biopic.
Yes.
Tilda Swinton is inevitably going to star.
Yes, make it happen, universe.
We're already into that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any full bomb scene? Something we regret seeing? Not really.
Nothing
I
was
think
awful.
our least favorite was one called the Truffle Hunters,
right.
which I was super excited about. It was a documentary that's about truffle hunters in Italy, old men with their dogs, and we're like, well, that sounds to me fabulous because truffles, yes. Italy, absolutely yes. Dogs, 100% yes. Cute old men, like Italian old men seem cuter than like
French old men.
Well, yes, but just a little. French old men can be cute too, like putting butter on everything. French love butter. They do. It's delicious. But anyway, the documentary unfortunately was kind of boring.
It was beautifully shot. The
Yes.
cinematography is gorgeous, but it tried to bridge the gap between cinema verite, which is just being like a fly on the wall as the director and observing, but then also these just calculatedly, beautifully set up shots.
Yeah.
And there was this weird dichotomy where you were like, well, but you spent so much time setting this up, so don't feel like you're really just letting them be.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
So it didn't feel organic.
No.
It was odd.
Yeah.
And trigger warning, there's dog death, and it was handled in a way that was not with care.
No.
So I did not appreciate it.
Agreed.
No.
Yeah. We did actually try some horror out. We did a few.
Oh yeah, I dragged him.
I mean, I was willing and eager.
Yeah.
Sundance has a section called Midnight, which is midnight movies, that we always usually like to go to at least a couple of.
Yeah, well they always have really fucked up horror.
Well, sure.
movies, and then they have like fun
Comedy
midnight.
horror.
Ooh,
Like that's where we
fun.
saw Grabbers here was
Yeah.
one.
Tucker and Dale
versus Evil.
That kind of movie.
Was Attack the Block? No, we saw that in theaters.
That wasn't here.
Yeah, no. But so this year we saw quite a few.
Yeah.
We saw one that was really fun
Scare Me.
called Scare Me that's going to be on Shudder.
Mm-hmm.
That is about two writers that meet each other at this like kind of cabin retreat in the woods.
Remote cabin in the woods.
And the power goes out during a storm and they decide to tell each other scary stories.
And like what is real and what's building toward. It was
Yeah.
it was good.
It was really fun.
I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah. The sound design was amazing.
Oh,
it really
yes,
made
yes,
it.
yes, yes.
So that was a good one. And then we saw one called Bad Hair, which is about a killer weave.
Oh boy.
From Justin Simeon, who did Dear White People. Right. And I liked it more than you did, I think. I think it definitely needs some editing and some trimming down.
Well, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
We saw it at a midnight screening where in a theater that is particularly warm, and this theater was even warmer. It was
1,000 degrees.
It was the surface of the sun.
Yes, it was. It's like that new picture that they just released of the surface of the sun. It was that.
It reminded me of, I went to go see, God, which one? One of the later Harry Potter movies I went to see in theaters, and the AC went out, and it was so hot that they started to bring people ice.
Oh my god.
Because no one wanted to leave because it was opening day.
Sure.
And they were just passing cups of ice to people because they were like, and then we got free tickets for it.
Sure.
But it was...
That sounds bad.
I could have enjoyed some ice during this movie. It was
Yeah.
very hot. But that's not the movie's fault. But it certainly didn't help.
It didn't help. Everyone was just like...
It is... from our understanding, it is going to get some trimming and some editing done, which I think will help the pacing of it. So once it's shored up, I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable.
Yes.
But there's a lot of fun ideas in there.
There's a lot of fun. I mean,
swaggy.
And Vanessa Williams. And her glowing eyes. I mean, it was campy.
Spoiler!
It's not spoilers. I'm reading these comments real quick. What is Sundance? Sundance is a film festival started by Robert Redford in Park City, Utah. And it's a festival for independent film, and it's one of the most commercial festivals that there is in the world.
I already knew what Sundance was, so I was reading comments.
No, that's great. That's great. That's great. What was I gonna... Oh, the dog and the truffle hunting. So dogs are like their tools to find the truffles.
Right.
And so because it's so competitive, and there's this like elusive black market that they were talking about, but they seemed to know who everyone was because it's a small town in Italy. It was confusing, but apparently people were leaving poisoned like baits for the dogs and poisoning them to try and eliminate the competition. It was very upsetting.
Horrifying.
Yeah, and they kept talking about it, and then they would cut to the owners being like, "Oh, I love you, little Birba. You're my favorite. You're the best girl in the world. Birba, Birba, Birba. If anything ever happened to you, I would kill myself." And you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. So the whole time you're just like tense as shit, and it was a lot. It was a lot.
Didn't care for it.
No. We did not watch Welcome to Chechnya, but I heard it was good. We did watch Sorry, I got distracted by more comments. I watched Boise State, which was a documentary that Apple bought for $12 million. I didn't particularly care for it, but...
Listen to the podcast for a more detailed description of why Andrew didn't care for it.
Exactly.
I did not see it.
Yeah.
Should we talk about Save Yourselves?
Yes! So yesterday we saw... I think this was actually also in the midnight category.
Yeah,
we didn't see it at midnight. Oh, you kept thinking we were going to. It was 12 p.m., not a.m.
No, it's confusing.
Sure.
That's why we should be on military time. It's confusing.
Sure. But so it's a movie about a couple from Brooklyn that's like obsessed with their phones, and they decide that they need to detox to reconnect.
Yes.
And so they go...
To disconnect from their phones so they can reconnect with each other.
Yes, not reconnect on their phones. Sorry. So they go to a cabin in the woods. Lots of cabins in the woods.
Lots of cabins in the woods.
You know.
I think it's a cheap place to film.
Absolutely.
It's fine. They both Scare Me and Save Yourselves did a really good job of having small cast, one setting basically, and like keeping the budget, but the story and the characters are what's really the draw.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so they go out to this cabin, and while they're there, I don't know what to say.
Well, an alien invasion occurs, and they don't know what's happening because they've disconnected from their phones.
Yes.
But it's really funny, and the creature design is interesting,
yes.
And I really liked it. Like, I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it's the guy, his name is something boring. It's like John... Steven.
Yes, it is something like that.
Anyway, he's the main boyfriend in Search Party, which you haven't watched. But he was really great, and it was all sort of like this New York, Brooklyn comedy scene of actors that you'd be like, oh, I recognize that.
Yeah.
But I would highly recommend it.
I would definitely recommend
really
it.
Enjoyed
It was fun. It was certainly one for me where it was like, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, what? But why didn't they? But they could. But
you were one for...
I need the answers.
You don't like the ambiguity as much.
No.
So it is open-ended
yes.
and up for interpretation.
Yes.
But I thought that the characters were so engaging and likable.
And funny. It was
funny
a really... Yes.
I was like, I'm here for this.
Yeah,
Yay.
I agree. I fully agree. It was like... well, I think you put it well in the podcast when you were talking about Palm Springs.
Oh,
it was
right.
like junk food.
Yes.
You know, it was just like, I love this is great. And then afterward, I'm like, okay, well, I mean, not that I shouldn't have eaten that kind of junk food, but just like...
you kind of forget.
Exactly.
You go,
yeah, like, oops, that happened. It was
such a fun time.
very enjoyable while I had it.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have any podcasts? I don't listen to as many podcasts as April does, but How Did This Get Made?
Yeah, go listen to How Did This Get Made.
A Lighthouse review is coming soon.
Yes.
Ish. Soon-ish.
Yes. We've got a backlog.
What else should we talk about?
Let's see. I'm just gonna look at my notes. Don't worry about it.
Well, I have one.
Oh, this is from something. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we also watched a short.
Yes.
It was okay. How do I explain this? So it's called The Shawl,
Yes.
and it's about two gay men that reconnected over a Stevie Nicks concert.
Is that what happened?
I think it was. Well, there was something about like they
Well, it seemed like they
were long distance and then connected. It's this animated short,
Right.
very cute. The guys are funny.
I love the artwork.
The artwork.
But it was so cute and funny, and I did love. So by the end, it was sort of like Us in a way, where one of the I don't know their names.
Shane and I forget.
Anyway, one of them is like, oh, well, you know that you're dating Witch. I can control the weather.
Oh, you think it was? You know what it was? It was basically like, you know, at the beginning of When Harry Met Sally, or I guess it goes all the way through, but whatever. The couple interviews of When Harry Met Sally, it was like that,
Yes,
but
yes, yes.
animated
Yeah.
and about Stevie Nicks and shawls
And shawls.
and very gay, and it was really fun. And
But you
fabulous.
know that I am psychic, Andrew.
Like, sure.
It's just the truth. Oh, I can't wait to watch Fabric, that killer dress movie. It wasn't
Oh,
here,
I know. No, it wasn't
It
here.
wasn't here.
No, I think it's coming out in theaters
But I'm
soon.
excited.
I am too. It looks wacky.
Oh, we didn't talk about Nowhere In.
Oh, no. When we talked about it in our podcast.
We did. We could briefly touch on it. Nowhere In is the new St. Vincent, Carrie Brownstein documentary, mockumentary, rockumentary, surrealistic sketch trip movie.
Tour documentary video.
And while there was a lot of interesting things going on in it, and I love St. Vincent's whole vibe and her sunglasses, it didn't come together in a cohesive sort of this was the point
Right.
kind of way.
Yeah, the clarity of concept was so lacking that we could not properly describe it.
It seemed like they were, having fun making it up as they went,
Yes.
but it didn't quite gel together completely.
Right.
But I think if you're a St. Vincent fan, if you're a Carrie Brownstein fan, like, it's definitely worth watching.
Sure.
I just didn't love it, but her sunglasses though, oh my god.
So.
At some point, her sunglasses had fringe. I mean, it was like Billy Porter's hat at the Grammys.
Oh.
It was so good. Loved it.
I mean, it wasn't that much, but yes.
But if he'd been wearing, oh my
Oh
god,
my god, if you'd had the sunglasses
had the
underneath.
sunglasses with the fringe under, and then it opened, and then it's like, and what?
Yeah.
That would have
I
been
like
so
that.
good.
I like that because then it's like also like the several layers of curtains. You know, you have like the sheer curtains, and then you also have
The niches.
Yeah,
Yes. I love that.
yeah. So what else? Do we think we'll ever catch up on the other Drag Race seasons? I don't know.
At some point.
I mean, that is the goal. It's
we
just they
plan
keep
to.
releasing so many that
It's hard when there's 3 new seasons a year. It's hard to fit in a 4th old season.
that's,
So.
okay, there's literally not
I
time.
guess potentially we could put up a vote on Patreon and say, would you rather us do
Season 5
All Stars
or All Stars 5.
or whatever, and we could just be like, and then All Stars 5 isn't going to come out until.
Right. 2030.
So we could do that. Is that something that would be interesting?
If you want us to do that, let us know. Oscars watch party. We might be at an Oscars party, so that might be tough. But Oscars predictions and reactions. I mean, basically at this point, I'm just fully pulling for Parasite.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, take it all. Fuck The Irishman.
Well, I guess sure. No, we're not here to talk about the Oscars and how I turned The Irishman off. We're not here to talk about that. We'll talk about it in our Oscar
I
video.
did love your tweet that you did of the gift from Steve
Well,
Carell.
Mr. Barwell, I mean, it was honestly, he was like a freaky doll person, and it was so smooth, and he'd just be like, something's wrong, and he'd be saying words, and I'd be like, why is your face so waxy? What's going on? And he'd be like getting into fights with people as like 30-year-old Robert De Niro, but he'd be like, ugh, it was just like really Anyway, we'll talk about it. I guess we talked about it, but we'll
talk about it more. We want to do, I think we're going to do a post-Oscars wrap-up.
Yes.
And we'll see what happens, and then we'll see how angry I get. If we had another Green Book year, I'm going to be pissed. I mean, it's probably going to be 1917, and, I hear that it's lovely with the... Well, it's not lovely. I hear that it's graphic and intense, but the oneers are like, ooh, wow,
yeah.
That doesn't impress me that much anymore.
That doesn't impress me much.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's a reason to give something Best Picture.
No, but it's
like impressive. Give the cinematographer fucking...
It's a reason that the Academy will vote.
Like, well, yes.
That's
all the old men will be like, a war movie with oneers? Yeah, sign me up. So I get it.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off.
Sure. I can get behind that.
Yeah. Anything but Joker, yes.
Well, I don't think Joker should win Best Picture, certainly, but I would actually be more mad if Irishman won over Joker.
Yes.
Because it just seems so like, oh, just give it to him.
Sure. Right. Oh, it's Scorsese, yeah. Like, okay.
Maybe, get mad, I don't know. Maybe you loved The Irishman. That's nice. We didn't talk about... Sorry!
No, I just...
It was just so... It was just...
Sorry, we're moving on.
We're moving on. We didn't talk about Downhill.
Oh, yeah. So we watched one called Downhill that is based off of a Swedish movie called Force Majeure. And Downhill features Julie Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell and the guy from Silicon Valley.
Zach Woods.
Yep. And I think that's about it.
And
a fabulous bunt that I don't know her name, but she was great.
Miranda.
Oh.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah. She's great.
She is great. So
Miranda Otto!
Yes!
I was right!
Sexually confrontational. I mean, no. Yeah, like,
okay.
Yes, that's the point, but like...
Not in a sort of uncomfortable way.
No. Here's the thing I'll say. So, I've seen Force Majeure. April has not, but she's going to before we do our full review for Downhill, which will be coming out before it comes out on Valentine's Day. So, get excited for that. Fingers crossed. It, too, will eventually come out.
Look.
Sorry. It also will eventually come out, but then it too will also...
It's coming. It's very long, and I'm very ranty, and so, it's taking a minute.
Yeah. But anyway, so Downhill was fun. Oh, right, but her character, I think, in the Swedish version, makes a lot more sense, where it's just like she meets this woman, or it was a friend of hers, who's real promiscuous.
Right.
And so then that conversation on, like, the lift of, like, oh, well, why are you so afraid? Like why are you judging me for fucking around?
Right.
My relationship with my husband that seems to work for her.
Well,
like, that made more sense.
And in Downhill, they sort of took it as an American family going out of the country to Austria, so it's all of that sort of uptight American.
Right.
That was the joke in this.
Yes.
Where I'm assuming in the Swedish one, like, that's not...
She's just more uptight.
Per
se. It's not like, oh, because you're an American. I mean, it didn't have that aspect. But also, her character in the Swedish one isn't as wacky schmacky, which made it fun.
I mean, I liked her.
But it made that conversation less realistic.
Yes.
A good ranty video.
This is a good ranty video?
They love a good ranty video. They haven't said if this one is one, but they do love your rants on...
Too. Oh, boy.
Oh, yes. Oh, boy. Oh, it's a fun one. Get ready.
Or was it Miranda Hart?
No, it wasn't Miranda Hart. I know her, and she's great.
Oh, okay. It was Miranda Otto. Okay, I'm just looking to see if we missed... We didn't really talk about Palm Springs.
Oh, no, we didn't really talk about Palm Springs. The record-breaking Palm Springs by 69 cents. Gets me every time. Palm Springs
You should probably explain that.
Yeah. So Palm Springs is a rom-com. Produced by The Lonely Island and starring Andy Samberg.
Yes.
And, I don't know their names.
Christine the mother from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Marati. Come on, guys, what is it? It's like Christine. It's almost Christopher Maloney, but it's not. It's the female version of that. Anyway.
Yeah, so it's a rom-com featuring him and some other fabulous people that we don't remember their names.
Peter Gallagher.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I keep wanting to say T.J. Miller, but that's not who it is.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. I knew it was like an initial. And I don't want to say too much, but it was fun and funny and cute, and it was one of the best rom-coms I've seen since what? Isn't it romantic?
Sure.
Most fun, cute, traditionally rom-com-y.
It's very
with a twist.
It's very entertaining. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, I laughed a lot.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
And I would recommend it.
I would recommend it. I'd recommend going in not knowing a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Know that it's entertaining.
Yeah. Christina
Miliotti. There's some disagreement, but it's something like that. Andy Samberg as an older gay man at the gym.
What's that?
I don't know, but there is a brief gay sex scene with him, so there's that.
Spoiler! Is there?
Wow.
Yes.
But it could be a fantasy.
Spoiler!
It might be a fantasy. Who knows?
Spoiler!
I don't know. But also going back, someone said JLD, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Yes. Because Palm Springs. I will say, when I was looking at the tweets, there was someone who was trying to find stuff about Palm Springs.
The movie.
And she found like a nudist gay picture or whatever,
Yeah.
and I was like, love this. It's gonna be great. A lot of people are gonna be Googling Palm Springs, whatever, and it's gonna be like all sorts of shit
You're
coming
like,
out.
oh no.
Love it.
We didn't talk about Sylvie's Love.
Oh, Sylvie's Love was really sweet.
Yes. Tessa Thompson.
Love her.
She's fabulous.
Yeah.
And it was sort of, if you take a Douglas Sirk movie, but like a little bit less visually exciting, I would say. Douglas Sirk no one makes a movie that like, they just look like his movies. Like, I don't know, there's just something about them. But anyway, it's this romance fantasy, sort of as if the studios would have allowed African Americans to make just like a nice romance in the 1950s.
Yeah.
And if it was just nice.
It's basically
it's like,
The Notebook without all the melodrama and the Alzheimer's.
Sure. Yes. But that was the intent of the director. It was just like to make sort of a fantasy of, where the strife of the times wasn't
present, right?
Like the
wasn't
racism
focused.
of the times wasn't the main story. The romance was the main story.
Yes.
And that was really lovely.
It really was lovely, and Tessa Thompson was amazing in it.
She's everything.
She really was great. I thought they had good chemistry.
Yeah.
I thought she really was. She was written, but also she's great at playing a strong, smart, confident woman.
Yeah.
And I loved seeing her in that role and playing it. It was great. I really liked it.
I would recommend it.
Yeah, I would recommend it too.
Yeah.
There's great jazz music. It was really fun.
Oh yeah, Todd Haynes, when he was doing Douglas Sirk on Purpose, did almost get there. Almost. And I feel like De Palma, honestly, really has some Douglas Sirk in him.
Great.
I said it.
What's the name of that Tessa Thompson film? Oh.
Sylvie's Love.
Yes.
Okay. Just looking at the notes.
I'm looking at these comments.
I think we talked about everything we saw pretty much.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we could talk about?
What?
We only saw half of.
Oh, sure.
What's it called? I keep forgetting her name.
Great, Shirley.
Shirley! You can't be serious.
Sure. It's not about Shirley MacLaine.
Nope.
It's not about Shirley Bassey.
Nope.
It's about Shirley Jackson.
Yep.
The author.
I mean, I know, but I don't really know her.
She wrote The Lottery. She wrote House on Haunted Hill. She's like famous horror author, gothic horror author.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That I would have no idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, it stars Elizabeth Moss as Shirley.
Right.
And oh boy, is she doing.
And Michael Stuhlbarg.
Michael Stuhlbarg as her husband.
Yes.
And Logan Lerman,
Lerman.
who, I mean, it starts with him.
Oh, right, and it's not about Shirley Temple.
It's not about Shirley Temple, no.
Forgot about it.
Elizabeth Moss does not play Shirley Temple. Could you imagine?
Can you imagine? Shirley Temple Black. Because she's old. She would be playing Shirley Temple Black.
Oh.
That's her name. When she...
I was confused as to what you were trying to say.
UNICEF ambassador Shirley Temple Black. Sorry, Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah. Anyway, no, but it starts with Logan Lerman fucking his wife on a train, and then it proceeds into him not really being in much of the movie.
Well, we only saw half of it.
That's
it's sort
true.
of described as like a I almost said Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? This younger couple, this older couple, right. The inner, conflict between them, and they're all under one roof and all of that. I'm interested to finish watching it.
I would be willing to. Yes.
It just didn't work out, but it felt like a melodramatic TV movie. It was a lot of.
It was very.
It was like Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte. In the vein of those kind of movies where you're like.
I mean, it's higher level than like a Lifetime movie.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like an HBO, like even like Behind the Candelabra kind of like nonsense.
Right.
But I don't know if it's really quite as coherent. Like that was.
We didn't see the whole thing.
We didn't see the whole thing.
I don't know if it like crescendos to the nonsense.
I don't know.
Sure.
I would like to know. So.
Who would have the range to play Shirley Bassey? Who would have the range?
Oh, she doesn't have the range. I mean, but who would have the range to play
Shirley Bassey? Yes.
Janelle Monáe
herself. Oh, I love that.
What was Janelle Monáe in?
Glorious.
Oh, that's right. Oh, God, I love that movie. It was really great. So many fabulous puns. I mean, we didn't talk about Bette Midler is in The Glorious. Hello.
Yes. When she showed up, we screamed.
Yes, really. We're like, ah! I think I was like, oh my God, is it Bette? I really got excited. I haven't seen her in anything recently. So it was exciting. And she was great.
Yeah.
She's Bette.
She hasn't been in anything lately.
Not that I can think of. So it was very exciting for me.
Shitty Stepford Wives remake is the last thing I can think of. She must have been in something since then.
I don't know.
But anyway.
Yeah. Boop, beep, boop, boop.
Bette!
Boop, boop, boop.
Huh?
I don't know. Some of these comments I'm not understanding, but I think we missed certain
Speaking
things.
of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, retro review? Yes, because Andrew hasn't seen it.
No.
Oh, it'd be so good.
Ooh, Beaches.
Oh, Beaches.
One for the boys.
Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh. All Bette movies.
Well, those are, yes, but like of late, of recent. I've seen
Right.
Bette
Oh,
movies.
yeah, of course.
I just meant like recently.
Oh, Freak Show, that's right.
Oh, that's right. And she was horribly underutilized.
Yes, she was. Oh, someone asked about The Father with Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman. We did not see it.
No.
But we did talk to someone on the bus who had seen it.
Yes.
And she said that it was very good, but maybe a little too...
Trying too hard?
Yeah, trying too hard. A little unsubtle.
Well, it was interesting. So it's about a man with Alzheimer's and Anthony Hopkins. And I guess it was based on a play originally.
Mm-hmm.
And in the movie, it seems, they tried to literally put you inside the mind of someone who has Alzheimer's. So it's confusing and it's strange and it's scary and all of that.
Because he's confused.
So that, to me, is very interesting.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's what we heard.
And I mean Olivia Colman.
And we heard that the acting is just...
I'm sorry. And Olivia Colman.
So, you know.
I mean, I would be interested in watching it. It's just there was only so much time.
Right.
The Politician on Netflix.
Do you guys follow Bette on Twitter? She's
yes.
aggressively amazing. I like that.
She's very
aggressively amazing.
I mean,
yes.
There's certainly aggression there on her Twitter. It's a lot. Boop boop. Why isn't the painting behind you centered over the couch?
Look, I wish I could change it.
It's not ours.
We don't own it. It's driving me crazy as well.
This was not our first choice of backdrops and rounds.
Yeah, we tried.
We used Averyl's blanket to make it cuter and more lodge-like.
Well, there were no movies with Matthias.
Oh, we
have to have him.
We have to have Matthias. We have to have him. There was another movie with a fabulous bunt that we didn't get to see, and I'm trying to remember which one it was. Oh, well, I don't know. I'll have to go through the list. Favorite season 12 queen, you're gonna have to wait for.
Well, I
guess season 12.
Don't have a favorite yet because the introduction video was
nonsense.
Vague and James
Mansfield.
She's our favorite season. Oh God, are they gonna have?
And Nicki Minaj.
13 queens though.
14, you mean?
Oh boy, there's already 13.
There's already 13.
It's too many.
At least
too many.
As long as it's not 15 like last season.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The Rocky Horror Review is still on. It's just pending. Tales of the City. Oh.
The old one or the new one?
I don't know. The new one's on my list, and I
Oh.
haven't watched it yet. I think Disney is making mainstream movies that can appeal to as many billion of people as they can.
You didn't really read the question.
I didn't read it out loud, but they asked if Disney's trying to make their movies as simple as possible to appeal to everyone, and I guess the answer is yes.
Yeah, yes, in fact they are. Should we talk about how we were at the same restaurant as Hillary Clinton?
We can. I mean, that's pretty much the story.
That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
She left and everyone applauded.
Oh, because she has a documentary here.
As she exited the room.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, because she has a docu-series here
Right.
from Hulu that made us laugh because everyone was like, oh, we have to go see Hillary, and then they realized it was 4 hours long.
Yeah, in one sitting.
In one sitting, because it was all lumped together, like OJ when it got nominated for the Oscar.
Oh, right. You got nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah.
For what?
Best film documentary series.
Oh, for documentary.
Documentary.
Okay.
And it's like, but you guys, this is 13 hours long. What are you talking about? Anyway.
They're making a live action Bambi? Oh.
Why?
Is it gonna be like Dumbo and Jungle Book live action?
I'm sure.
Lion King live action?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Live action?
Oh, God. Why?
Not excited. I mean, I don't really like the original Bambi.
I mean, it's
very
pretty
sad.
Yes, it is very sad.
So,
Not
a fan?
Is Bombshell worth seeing? We have not seen it, so I don't know.
Bombshell, the documentary about Hedy Lamarr that's on Netflix, worth seeing.
There you go.
Because she is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
If you don't follow us on Letterboxd. Boxed. D? I think it's Boxed.
It's no ED, it's just D.
D. Letterboxd. Then you should. Avaryl is much better than I am of like marking stuff and reading it. But also, we have exciting news that we haven't shared.
We do?
Yes. It has to do with a nightshade. And spoiled nightshades. One might say they were rotten tomatoes.
Oh!
We are now officially Rotten Tomatoes certified, which means that we can do God's work finally.
And give Drew Beverly Hills the rating it deserves!
Exactly!
I did not know what you were talking about. I was like, Eggplant Fridays? What are you talking about? What? Great.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we're officially Rotten Tomatoes certified.
Yeah.
So we're going to start aggregating the... Is that the word?
It's something like that. Importing.
Anyway.
Backlogging.
There we go. It's very exciting and we
Yes.
can't wait.
I can't wait to fucking go into Hocus Pocus and be like 10 stars.
And Clue.
Oh.
And Death Becomes Her.
And Halloween Town. And Goofy Movie. There's a lot. If you have any recommendations, we will consider them.
Casper, I'm sure, is
Oh yeah, probably tragically underrated. Absolutely. We will definitely fix the Goofy Movie. Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, 3 ninjas and surf ninjas. Yes. Yes.
Oh shoot, I saw one up above that I forgot to. Oh, Letterboxd though is an app where you can like rate and keep track and leave comments and notes and stuff of the movies that you watch and rate them.
Right. So I try to.
It's kind of like a movie journal.
Yeah, if I'm watching something that like we're not going to necessarily review or talk about, like I'll just be like, oh, I watched this. This is what I give it.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It's like ratings on Netflix before they got rid of them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot when that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give Gone Girl a 10 just for you, Lee. Well, we might have to fight about that one. You like Gone Girl a lot better than I did.
Oh, hi, Lee! I mean, I don't know if I'd give it a 10, but I certainly liked it much more than you.
I'd give it an 8.
That's pretty high.
That's pretty
You
high.
didn't care for that film.
Same with it. There was merit there. I just
David
didn't care
Fincher.
for it.
I mean,
you know.
David Fincher.
Yeah.
Come on. It's just so many layers. Ooh, Mrs. Doubtfire retro review.
Oh, yes.
Can't
It's
wait.
on the list. I think that should be like our $6,000 or $7,000 Patreon goal.
Okay.
Random.
Oh, Adventures in
Babysitting.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of work ahead of us to do, but it's going to be fun.
Ace Ventura 2, yes!
Oh my god, I love it. La La Land doesn't stand a chance now. Yeah, their rating just tanked. I love that. The power we have.
Oh, we have so much power now. Brave Little Toaster!
Yes!
You guys are great. You get us.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, wait, someone said, Devil Wears Prada. That's what I was going to rate. I mean, I think that probably has a good rating.
I think it probably has a good rating.
Or are you just talking about retro reviews now?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, absolutely at some point, Devil Wears Prada.
Right.
No. That wasn't the question.
Lamb, Mr.
Beauregard.
Flowers for me.
We're doing more watch parties. Also, we'll be doing viewing parties for all of season 12 of Drag Race. So make sure to sign up on Patreon because that'll be, 3 months worth of viewing parties.
Yes, that's
a
true.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, generally prefer blondes.
Of course. But
I think that's also pretty well rated.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, someone sent us a list of like the most tragically underrated Rotten Tomatoes movies, and
Well, they are coming out with a book.
Are they?
Movies we love that are rotten.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily
agree with all of them.
And it wasn't. I don't think it was coming from the angle of these are tragically underrated and we should change it. It was coming from the angle of like guilty pleasure movies.
Oh,
and I'm like,
sure.
No. True Beverly Hills is a fantastic film that I have no apologies about loving.
No apologies.
You know?
Right, that's not a guilty pleasure.
No,
it's great.
Just great and tragically underrated.
Absolutely. The costumes alone, 10 stars.
Oh, fuck. Jawbreaker.
Oh.
Yes.
What does Heathers have on Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know. But I'm sure it's lower than we'd imagine,
Yes.
but not tragically.
Not tragically.
Is what I'd say.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Anything else? Great.
I can't think of. Do you guys have any other burning questions for us?
Any particularly Sundance related questions?
Oh my god, Mixed Nuts is 10%. Holy shit.
No!
Oh.
Well, it's not going to be anymore.
Oh
bitch.
my god. That is tragic.
Tragic.
Oh.
Ooh, Brady Bunch movie. Yes. Sure, Jan.
Oh, Heathers has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
We'll
It
still
doesn't-
give it a push.
Yeah. But speaking of Sure Jan, we do have to finish our Patreon voting for George Glass.
Oh, yes!
Even though
For
we've
George
been calling him George Tropicana.
Tropicana.
George Tropicana. I don't remember George Tropicana at our school.
Nice skill.
Oh my gosh. The next retro review, I'm trying to think if we have one in the can,
We don't.
is Foul Play, which was a request on Patreon.
Oh, yes. I can't wait.
Can't wait. It's going to be fun. I've never seen it, but yeah, I've heard.
Oh, I mean, it might. There's definitely problems. You're definitely going to be like, boo. And also, I love it. And you might hate it. I don't know. I love it.
Good.
Like, I was obsessed.
Right.
The movie was an integral part of my adolescence.
Good.
I loved it.
Okay.
So I might be skewed.
Well, we'll see. We'll do a viewing party of that too, so that'll be fun.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm excited.
Yeah. What a nice name. Is he Cupid?
Oh, we do have one in the can. Grease is in the can.
Oh, that's
but
true.
It's very, very long and probably isn't coming out till the summer.
It's definitely not coming out until the summer.
End of school.
Exactly. Summer loving.
We'll
Had us a
schedule
blast. Now we finally got review out. That's the words of the song.
No, but that would mean that we'd be releasing it at the end of summer.
Exactly.
No, we're going to release it at the beginning of
Oh, okay, so that people can have summer
end of the
nights
school
with
year. Yeah.
Oh, and if, like you're saying, like gotcha.
Right?
Sure, we'll see. There's gonna be a lot of Drag Race that we're gonna be editing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's 3 hours long,
Oh
so
my
there's
God.
a lot of editing to
There was
do.
a lot. We talked about a lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh, Grease too.
Oh, Bram Stoker's Dracula retro review. Yes, that way.
What is that gonna be like? Shocktober 2023?
It's weird. I'm excited about it. Serial Mom. Yes.
Oh, we can never explain why they fly off in a car in Greece. It's just inexplicable.
I mean, I think it's a parody of the beach movies of like.
Sure.
A combination of like the space race and fantasy of like, okay, and then we floated off to teenage heaven. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we do also have coming up soon is we did a review of the whole season of Aja and the Queen.
Oh yes, that's coming too.
Oh, and did we post the viewing party of Aja and the Queen finale?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. If we didn't post it, we're gonna do it soon and it'll be up. It'll be great. We did the finale. We watched the finale together.
Oh boy.
I know. It's been a whirlwind. Or, as they said in Tyler Perry's...
It's not Aja.
Oh,
Did
no.
you say Aja?
I always say Aja. It's just the way that it's happened. We decided that's what it's gonna be called, and it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, the finale was posted. Great.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
Thanks
I'm glad. I'm good. Okay, good.
Keeping us honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jimmy, Aja.
Jimmy, Aja! And the Queen. But shoot, what was I just gonna say?
Did you read it?
Yeah, it was up above.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna, sorry guys,
Do a scroll.
a little scroll.
Ooh, Edward Scissorhands. Mm-hmm. Have you seen Edward Scissorhands?
Yes.
Okay, great.
The
The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings?
We did see the Kingmaker documentary at TIFF, and we talked about it in our TIFF podcast, and maybe in also the TIFF live video.
Yes, we did talk about it.
Where, I don't remember what it was. Something about Aja and the Queen, maybe? Or the viewing parties?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Ooh, Murder by Death.
Oh, I was saying, because I was saying it's been a whirlwind, as she said in Tyler Perry's.
Oh, A Fall from Grace, man. We should have done a viewing party of that.
I wish we had.
Oh, boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
The wigs. We could talk for days.
Oh, my God. That was amazing.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, Tyler Perry's Fall from Grace. Yeah, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But exactly what we wanted. All right, well, I think we should call it because we have a plane to catch.
That's true.
So, cheers. Thanks, Sundance. It was great. We had a good time. We'll be back. And we will have a lot more content about Sundance to post in the coming weeks.
Soon.
And or months or years.
The wigs!
The wigs! Oh my god, right? I do like, I mean, that is kind of a theme that, like, Ophelia, we released, 2 years later?
Well, it didn't.
I mean, that's because that's when the movie came out.
It wasn't released into theaters.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You know.
It almost became the lost episode.
You know what I realized?
What?
Teaser.
Uh-huh.
There's another lost episode.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Does it have to do with one Michael Fassbender?
It in fact does.
Do we even know where it is?
I'm not sure. It might be lost to the history books.
Wait, we really should do that?
We should probably find that episode. That
All
was
right.
like 4 years ago.
Oh, it'll be so nice to be reacquainted with Bertha.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so anyway.
Yep. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.